JID and Catch Me If You Can are two very different forms of art, but each uniquely captivating in its own way. JID is a rapper who's been making waves in the hip-hop industry over the past few years, releasing projects such as The Never Story, DiCaprio, and The Forever Story, while Catch Me If You Can is a popular movie in Leo's large discography that was released in 2002, starring himself and Tom Hanks. Despite their obvious differences, I wanted to focus on the snake in the grass, which is JID's obvious influence from DiCaprio, but keeping the focus on DiCaprio's older gems, Catch Me If You Can, because if Leo influenced you at all, I know Catch Me If You Can definitely taught you something along the way. Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor. Today's sponsor is me. If you guys like what you've seen so far and you like the concept of the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to sponsor ourselves until we make it there. Help me grow the channel. You know the whole spill. Let's get right into the video. JID is a rapper from Atlanta, Georgia, who burst into the scene in 2017 with his debut album, The Never Story. Since then, he's become known for his fast-paced technical rapping style and his ability to tell stories through his music. JID's music is often explored through themes of struggle, perseverance, and pursuit of success. Catch Me If You Can is a movie that tells the story of Frank Abagnale. Abagnale Jr., a con artist who posed as a pilot, a doctor, and a lawyer, and successfully defrauded millions of dollars from the bank and institutions around the world. The movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Abagnale.
My name is Mr. Abagnale.
And Tom Hanks as an FBI agent who tries to track him down. One of the most striking similarities between JID's music and Catch Me If You Can is their use of storytelling. Both J.I.D. and the movie tell stories that are captivating and engaging. In JID's music, he often tells stories about his own life and his struggles he's faced. For example, on his song Hereditary, he raps about his father's struggle with addiction and how it affected his own life. On Off D's, he raps about his rise to fame and the obstacles he's had to overcome to get there. Similarly, Catch Me If You Can tells the story of Frank and his life as a con artist. The movie is filled with thrilling scenes as Frank posing as an airplane pilot, a doctor, a lawyer, an FBI agent, hot on his trail. Both JID's music and Catch Me If You Can use storytelling to create a sense of tension and excitement that keeps the audience engaged.
Excuse me, people, if I need to ask again, I'm gonna write up the entire class. Take your seats.
Of course, in music, they also use it as a storytelling method, which of course there's hella songs that you can listen to from JID where he's literally telling a story within his music. And as movie aficionados, you already know that music is kind of an indicator that something's about to happen, like in horror movies when they have the suspense music playing, or in Catch Me If You Can, all of the scenes where they had suspense play before the action actually happened, especially with the agent trying to chase him. Another similarity between JID and Catch Me If You Can is their exploration of themes of perseverance and pursuit of success. In JID's music, he often raps about his struggles to succeed in the music industry and obstacles he's had to overcome to get there. On Ed, Edd n Eddy, he raps about his determination to succeed despite the doubters and naysayers. Similarly, Catch Me If You Can tells the story of Frank Abagnale's relentless pursuit of success as a con artist. Despite the risk and dangers of this lifestyle, Abagnale is determined to succeed and live life on his own terms.
I think you're full of shit. I don't think there's anyone else out there. I think it's just me and you.
Similar to J.I.D., he even went to college and eventually dropped out, and to focus on music specifically. He was determined to make music and do what he wanted to do in life and live life literally similar to the character on his own terms. However, there are some notable differences between JID and Catch Me If You Can, one of the most obvious being their medium. JID is a musician who uses his voice and lyrics to tell stories, while Catch Me If You Can is a movie that uses visuals and dialogue to tell its story. While both forms of art are capable of telling engaging stories, they do so in very different ways. For example, their tone. JID's music often explores dark and serious themes such as addiction, poverty, and struggle. His lyrics are often introspective and emotional, and his music can be heavy at times. In Off These, JID is joined by Cole, but in the music video, it opens with a shot of JID standing alone in a dark and empty room. The lighting's dim and the atmosphere is eerie, setting the tone for the rest of the video. JID begins rapping his normal fast-paced flow and technical skills on full display as he delivers his lyrics with intensity, but throughout the video, JID is shown in a variety of different settings, each of more menacing and ominous than the last. At one point, he's shown standing in a room filled with smoke and flashing lights. His silhouette is barely visible through the haze, and at another point, he's shown in a dark alleyway and his face hidden in the shadow as he raps. On the other hand, Catch Me If You Can is a lighthearted and fun movie, despite its serious subject matter. The movie's tone is playful and entertaining, and the audience is often rooting for Frank Abagnale despite his criminal activities. With all that being said, Off These does end a lot more lighthearted and fun like Catch Me If You Can does. Despite the dark tone of the video, there is a sense of triumph and celebration. JID and Cole are shown performing in front of a hype crowd. Their energy and enthusiasm is infectious, and the video ends with JID standing alone in the same dark room where the video began. But this time, he's surrounded by flashing lights and smoke. The sense of triumph and celebration is palpable, even in the midst of the dark and the foreboding setting, making the video both dark and uplifting at the same time, similar to Catch Me If You Can. In conclusion, JID and Catch Me If You Can are two very different forms of art, but each uniquely captivating in their own way. JID's clearly inspired by Leonardo's ability to merge genres together, being able to portray a serious situation but make it lighthearted and funny, while also being able to show the dark sides or reality of the actual world while making light of the situation. They both explore themes of perseverance and the pursuit of success, and they both use storytelling to create a sense of tension and excitement that keeps the audience engaged. While they differ in their mediums and tone, JID and Catch Me If You Can both explore the power of storytelling and the importance of art in our lives. Though The Messenger and Catch Me If You Can may not be the best, they both want us to chase our goals and relentlessly pursue it regardless of the outcome. I take the good from that. You could take the bad from it if you want, but if you like this type of video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Decided to try something different, so leaving a like would definitely let me know that you guys want to see more of these. I have one more comparing Frank Ocean and The Godfather that I'm working on, and I may also have one involving Mac Miller. So if you like this and you have a preference of which one you want to see, let me know down below. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.